Hi, I'm NRHA professional Gabe Hutchins, and today I want to talk to you about keeping your horse collected in the turnaround. There's a lot of different ways you can teach a horse collection in the turnaround. You can teach them in the turn or outside of the turn, and I prefer to teach mine to be collected when outside of the turnaround. I feel like I can teach that horse a lot more. It's more simple for that horse to learn what I'm asking him outside of the turn and then ask him to turn again after I feel like he has the correct collection outside of the turn. This drill I'm going to show you today, I like to do when my horse is fresh. I like to do it at the beginning of my ride. So I've warmed this horse up today, and that's all I've done because I really want him to show me where he's at in the turnaround today. If I were to do this drill at the end of the ride and he's a little tired, or I've worked on some other things with the collection and he's already collected somewhere else in another maneuver, it may not really tell me where I'm at in my turn. So I'm going to show you what I do to collect him for your turnaround. So like I said, I've already warmed him up. So I'm just going to walk him out here just like I was pretty much going to go in the show pen and ask him to turn for me and let him kind of show me where he's at today. Okay, so there I just asked him to turn. I didn't ask for any speed. I just asked him to step in the turn and turn correctly. So as I turned him, I let him tell me where he wants to be and put his body where he wanted to. So when I asked him to start the turn, I laid my rein and I used my outside leg. And when I pressed my outside leg to me, he felt like he pushed against my leg, which is not being collected. That's some resistance in my leg. So now I'm gonna go back and ask him to turn again, and then I'm gonna push him out of that turn and work on that collection and ask him to get softer off my leg. Right there, I asked him to soften and he didn't. He's pushing back on my leg. I'm gonna take him two-handed now, and I'm gonna walk him out of that turn. And now I'm gonna work on my body position where I want him collected. He was pushing on my right leg, my outside leg, so I'm really gonna ask him to push off of that and soften up. And as I do that, I'm gonna use both hands and try to collect the rest of his body with my leg so it all comes together in one piece. So as I feel like he starts to get softer and get collected off my leg, I'll hang with him till I feel like he's correct. And then I'm gonna stop and ask him to stand, and I'm gonna go again. A little better off my leg there, but not where I want it to be yet. And now he's starting to look to the outside of that turnaround when I ask for him with my leg. So I'm gonna push him out again. And I'm gonna be a little more, I'm gonna ask him for a little more collection this time because he wasn't better. So I'm gonna use a little more leg and ask him to collect through his body some more this time. There, he started to accept my leg. Body's starting to get softer. And I really like to use this drill because when I can push him out and walk him, this horse is staying relaxed, he's not worried, and it really gives me a chance to collect my horse in a correct manner that he's gonna look for it instead of be scared for it. There he goes. Good. I'm gonna let him sit there for a second and reward him. That time when I laid my rein, I used a little bit of leg. He totally accepted my leg, moved away from my leg, and he found collection in the turn. I'm gonna try the other way now. Same thing. See. There he's starting to lean out a little bit with his body against my leg again, same thing. So now I'm gonna collect him up with two hands. I'm gonna push him out and ask him to soften up off my left leg, which is my outside leg again this time. And I'm just gonna wait on him. Just ask him soft and easy and let him search to find that spot where I want him. And it's very, very important when you're doing this that where you want him to be collected, when he finds that spot that you reward him, so he looks for the same place every time. So I'm just gonna wait right here till he really starts to get soft off my leg. And when he's there, that's when I'm gonna stop and let him stand. I'm gonna ask him again. It's a little better that time, but he still had some resistance to my leg there, so I'm gonna go out and work on it again. Same thing, I go to the same place every time. I ask him to soften off my leg. I use both hands to collect his body with my leg. I'm just gonna wait on him till he finds that spot where I want him to be. There, he found it. That was much better start. I laid my leg. Oh. I think this is a great drill if you really stick with it and keep consistent on asking the same place for collection every time. And he understands that outside of that turnaround, when you use that leg the same way inside the turn, your horse will find the right spot to find collection in your turn.
Smart Hoof pellets are a cost-effective way to give your horse's hooves the support they need to stay healthy. After all, as the saying goes, no hoof, no horse. Smart Hoof pellets have 25 milligrams of biotin, plus other key nutrients to support durable, resilient hooves, the foundation to your horse's overall soundness and wellness. So help your horse put his best foot forward by getting him started on Smart Hoof pellets today.